Bring him from the yard.
And I would like to thank my first mate supporters, Andre Cruz. This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you a car that I'm going to build for old Man Diecast. You know he loves Camaros, and he loves these funny car Camaros, and I had picked this up for him the other day. I was going to send it to him, and he made a comment on my price announcement video of how cool it would be to own a Diecast Pirate custom. So I was like, you know what, I got you, I'll build this one for you. So I'm not exactly sure what all I'm going to do this yet. I know I'm going to replace these wheels, and I know we're going to change the paint, and this blue base has to change colors. I do have some ideas about what I want to do. We'll figure it out as we go along. So let's get it up on the turntable and take a good look at it. Alright, so here we have it, in the yellow paint, and the blue base, and the blue interior, and the blue hood scoop. And it has gold wheels on it. We're going to change all that. So let's get this thing taken apart, and we'll take a look at what we're dealing with. Alright, so we got it all drilled apart, pulled the wheels out and everything, and we have the base, which is a separate piece from the interior, which is usually the case in these Hot Wheels cars, but I just wanted to make sure. Looks like we're going to be able to get a lot of detailing done on this interior. And I'm going to go ahead, and normally I would go ahead and drill and tap the post before I strip the paint off of it, but in this case, I have a bunch of cars that I'm working on right now. I'm doing all the cars for the month, not at the same time, but taking them apart is doing these segments of the videos, and I'm going to strip them all at the same time. So when I come back and I'm laying down primers, if I'm laying down black primer on some pieces of one car, I can do the same. I can do the same on the others. So it's all about, you know, being efficient and getting things done. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm thinking about for the wheels. I went into Walmart today and picked up a bunch of cars that I'll show in another video. But this one, go ahead and pop this out of here. It's one of these Masters of the Universe cars, and I just verified by holding this under the package that it looks like this is a little bit narrower than this. So yeah, that was a little bit narrower. So these wheels should work very well, and so we'll get these off of here and get those separated. If I have to make new axles, I will. If there's too much slot, but we'll take a look at that later. But I am really excited about putting these rail riders on this thing. We'll wipe this down with alcohol before doing any sort of painting or anything on it, just to get this residual residue off of there. I washed it off, rinsed it off, put it in the air fryer to dry it. There's a lot of rough spots in the hood right there. Kind of a rough casting. There's some dings in the front there, and that's the way it came. That was like it when I took it apart. Overall, I mean, not too much flash. I mean, there are some lines there, but those will disappear under paint. I'm wondering if I should use some type of filler on here. I sent Old Man Diecast a sneak peek picture of the body last night after I'd polished it, and he told me what his favorite color is, and I was kind of curious about that, but I didn't ask him. He just volunteered that information. I said, well, I'll see what I can do. So I haven't really decided yet the direction we're going to go with the paint on this. It is just so rough, and I know that Stonerez will fill in some of this stuff and level it out. I don't know that it would do anything with that. So that being said, I have a couple of different things here. I have a Testors contour putty, which this stuff is pretty thick. allow it to dry and work to final contour with knife and sandpaper. And this one's all Japanese. I don't know how long these things take to dry. I've used this stuff before on the Bullet Mustang and it went on very thick. With the Tamiya putty on there, I can just put a very thin layer and then use this to maintain that body line. So here this is after I sanded it down, and once we primer it, I don't even think you're going to see. There's still a little bit. I actually had to add a little more into the front part here. I don't want to touch it because I've already degreased it and everything. There's a little bit of a fuzzy there. I'll probably just take a paper towel and wipe it off just a bit. But I have, tell you what my thoughts are on this. I'm going to primer it black, which I probably ought to primer it a different color, but I have a bunch of stuff getting ready to go into primer, and I'm going to be spraying the black. Then we're going to go gloss black, and the Quicksilver Chrome. And over top of that, we should be able to spray a candy. And I haven't decided what color yet. I have to look at what I have up there. So I think that's the direction we're going to go with this car. Alright, so this primer went on pretty good. Looks like it didn't get quite good enough coverage on the roof there, but that won't matter. But what's important is that this rough spot in the hood is for the most part taken out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with this Auto Air Colors black, which if you go to get it online, you can still find it. It's a little expensive, but if you go with Wicked Colors, because Auto Air Colors and Wicked Colors merged, so now it's Wicked Colors. And if you go to Createx website, you won't find the 4258, but you'll find the black under the Wicked Colors brand. And then we're going to go over top of it with the Quicksilver Chrome, because I want to put a candy on this, and this will take it back to silver. I'm hoping that it works out okay. I've never sprayed these before. I mean, I've sprayed colors before. I haven't done this before. I bought these a couple years ago in anticipation of doing this, and the only information I can find online as far as spray against settings is larger needle and higher air pressures. Okay, and these, if you read it, do not reduce. Okay, do not reduce. And what does it say on here? Apply over 4258 gloss black or other gloss black base. Do not reduce. Apply straight from the bottle. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so here it is. Had a bit of a snafu on the hood there, and it's probably not going to show up. There it is. There was a run in the paint, and I noticed it after I had put it through the air fryer. So I took my X-Acto blade, cut it off, took a miniature Q-tip, ran some black paint over it, and I just noticed another run on the roof. I'm going to push forward with this and just see if it looks okay with the silver, with this on it. If it doesn't work, then if I can see the blemishes, obviously that run's not going to go away. But this right here really concerns me. But I need to practice with this stuff anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this just to see what it looks like. If I like it or think it's okay, I'll go ahead and put some candy color on it. But at this point, it's Thursday night and my weekly video is due out tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the live premiere. So I either get this car done for that and get the video uploaded, or I change directions and finish the car that I have prepped for next week, and all that needs is paint and reassembly. So we'll see what happens. If I have to strip this car down again, I'm not going to try and finish it tomorrow. I will go ahead and finish the other car, and maybe I'll push forward with this and see what happens. But I mean, with that air fryer, I've just been I've been taking it easy all week pretty much. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff done the other day, but it's my vacation, guys. I needed to relax, so I did. All right, let's see what we can see. Okay, so I got the silver on there. I'm going to do a couple more things to this. I'm going to show you the color that I'm going to put on it, and then I'm going to do something afterward that's going to be a surprise. So up until now, we have the base in gunmetal gray from Vallejo, the interior gunmetal gray from Vallejo, and I'm starting to remember to paint the screws. So when I put them in, they won't stand out when you look at the bottom of the car. They'll just blend right in. So what we're going to put on this car, and I sent old man a sneak picture of the car before it was in primer, when I had it all polished up, and I showed him the flaws in the casting. And I told him I was thinking about going with candy, and he tells me his favorite color. I'm like, all right, I was going to ask that. I was thinking about going that way, but I don't have candy red. So we're going to go with Grabber Orange. And we're going to do a couple things to it that I'm not going to show you because it's going to be a surprise. So I'll show you a couple other things real quick before I do assembly, because I'm not going to show this on camera. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the axles in half, and I cut spacers. Let me see if I can get it on the camera there. I cut spacers, one for each wheel, so it'll space, pull the wheels out where they belong. Hopefully they don't stick too far out in the back. I'll kind of take a look at it before I put them in place. Front ones are going to be perfect. Back ones may be sticking out a little bit too far on the side of the base, but it might be okay with where the flares on the body are. But I'll have to wait and see. If that's the case, I'll probably have to cut those spacers down a little more. But for right now, this is what we're going with. So the next thing you see will be the reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the Camaro drag car that I built for old Man Diecast. Brother, I hope you really love this car, because I know I do, and if it wasn't going to you, I would definitely keep this one. Wow. You might have noticed that it's not orange. Yeah, I took the opportunity to go to Hobby Lobby today and pick up some candy blood red. Alright, so here we have it in the yellow paint, and the blue base, and the blue interior, and the blue hood scoop. And it has gold wheels on it. We're going to change all that. Alright, here you have it. The candy H2O blood red, gunmetal silver on the base, the interior. I dipped the windows in the floor shine. I think it's a thing of beauty. What do you think? Old man, I hope you like this, because if I wasn't sending it to you, I would definitely want to keep this one. It came out so much better than I thought it would. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to build this car for you, brother. Alright, upcoming builds. We have on Sunday, let me get to the right month here. Upcoming builds. We have on Sunday the build off with Matchbox Mark and 2HD Cat. Next week we have the weekly build, which is going to be a Redline restoration. That car is already done and the video is ready to be edited. We'll be working on that as soon as I'm done with this. On the Saturday the 15th, we have the build, the monthly invitational with the Diecast Mafia. That's the shop trucks. I've already started working on that. I've also started working on the 3 blind mice build for National Redline Day on the 18th of May. We have a weekly build on the 21st, and on the 28th of the week later we have the subscriber's choice, the Mustang that you guys picked for me to build this month. On the 29th we have the Racecar Invitational hosted by Diecast Graveyard. On the 31st we have the 3 blind mice Bone Shaker, and on the 31st we have the 4 horsemen. Okay, in the month of June we have the weekly build on Friday the 4th. On Sunday the 6th, we have the invitational with Mike's Mods and Customs, the Ford cars that he sent to a few people. Weekly build on the 11th. On the 15th, we have something that has not been announced yet. On the 18th, there will be another weekly build. On the 21st is Jay's Diecast Creations. It's his girlfriend's birthday. He asked a bunch of people, hey, build a Ferrari for this day and celebrate my girlfriend's birthday. So I have a Ferrari that I'm going to build for that. On the 24th, we have another build off with Matchbox Mark, and it's going to be Mustangs. On the 25th, we have the subscriber's choice. Don't know what that car is going to be yet. Whatever you guys vote for this month will be built for that one. Also on the 25th, we have my first invitational, which is the Willys build off. With a few of my good friends, and that's going to be Street Rod or Gassers, the builder's choice. And then on the 30th we have the 4 horsemen again. Don't really have anything marked in yet for July. Obviously we have the weekly builds and everything going on, you can count on those. And then on the 24th is a build off with Jay's Diecast Creations and the Flying Valiant, Chuck, my good buddy over there. So that's going to be fun too. So this month, May, the rest of May and June is pretty full. I think after June I'm going to cut back a little bit on some of the extra builds. Just focus on the weekly builds, doing a couple of build offs, invitationals, and we'll do probably about 1 build off a month with somebody. Just to keep it fun, and I don't, I may do 1 3 blind mice build a month, but I can't do 2. I was off work this week, and I went ahead and took the opportunity to start all the cars for this month at the same time. Well, I already had the wagon started, but the other 9 cars that I'm building this month, I took the opportunity to start production on those videos, break those cars apart, stripped them down, drilled and tapped them all in the same day, and then moved forward with doing stuff and getting stuff done. So when I get to those cars to work on them, I'm better prepared, and I don't have to do all the work on each car at the same time, where in the past that's what I've done. I've usually worked on 2 or 3, maybe 4 at a time, different stages, but nothing like this. And I tell you, man, it's going to make a huge difference, because when I finished that Redline build for next month. The only thing I had to do was put paint on it and reassemble the thing. It was already prepped, everything, and I was able to do that all the other night. So it's making a difference. You know, I'm working on the things that I'm doing to get things done more efficiently and keep myself fresher for you guys, so I'm not staying up too late and trying to meet deadlines for videos. I hate telling you guys there's going to be a video out on a certain date and not making it. Okay, when I tell you I'm going to have a car done, I'm going to have a video for something on a certain date, for myself personally, I have to have that done. And the build off was run at Somewhat Diecast last month was a day late, and the last 3 Blind Mice build was almost late. It didn't get out in the morning. I got it out in the evening. It was late at night, but I got it done. But 3 days in a row trying to finish paint and detail and assemble cars and finish the videos, it was too much for what those builds were. Each one of them was a different style of several stages of paint. It's not like throw primer and paint on a car and call it done. It was all kinds of things. And honestly, I took a couple days earlier last week, and I caught up because I was kind of worn out. I'm gonna cut back a little bit. Still gonna produce videos every week and still get cars done every week. 10 is doable, but it's quite a bit of work when you stop and look at all 10 at the same time. But I think I'm gonna cut it back to like 7 or 8 just to keep it fun. I don't want to be killing myself for this. I probably do take it more seriously than I should. But the way I look at it is, like I said, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. For me to have a video out a day late, that doesn't work for me, you know. And I know you guys understand things happen from time to time and things get in the way, and everybody is understanding, and I love you guys for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Leave your comments down below. Click that like button for me and ring the bell for notifications. Oh man, I'm going to get this in the mail to you tomorrow, so be looking for that. As always, this is Down the Diecast Pirate, and I'll see you next time.